y'all. I'd like to welcome y'all back to Humble City Real. The show I talk about things that I like, things I don't like, things I know, things I think I know. Whatever else happened to cross my mind. So like always, before we get into the video, I want y'all to go ahead and subscribe. Definitely if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the video. Check out the catalog of videos that I've dropped over the last couple of months. Send them on out there. Hit the likes. Let me know if you like them. If you don't like them, go ahead and hit the don't like button. Leave comments. Tell me what you thought about the video. Tell me what you thought about what you're seeing, what you hated, what you love. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. All right. So I just attended an event. Me and my wife. It was Ray Jr. Presented his movie. Did a premiere. Legit Paper. Did this at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse where the Cleveland Cavaliers play. I have to say that was a real nice experience, a cool experience, a good experience. I mean, you know how people throw their parties and this, that, and the third. It happens in different spots, and they like, oh, he brought the city out. Ray brought the city out. I've seen it in different lights when people say, like I said, in these spots throw a party, and they say, but that he really brought Cleveland out. He really brought the people out there. It looked real good. I was seeing people that outside of just the hype people or people that just like to go out. It was the movers, the shakers, the doers. It was people that we follow people on social media. We follow all types of people that we don't know, and we see what certain people are doing. People doing this, doing that. And so for me, I seen everyone that was everybody had a little fits on or whatever. I mean, I had a little basic t-shirt on, some jeans. But people was out there showing out, doing what they doing, dressing up. But then behind that, it was like I was able to see like the the entrepreneurs, the ones that's out here still moving and grooving in Cleveland, the newer people, the people who's been doing it. It was a whole nother scene for me. And it looked real good to me. Looked real good. Like, I'm seeing people promoting their products, promoting their books, promoting their restaurants, their bars, their agencies, whatever they had, whatever was going on. I'm seeing these people like, kind of like now face to face somewhat. It was I was real. It was like I said, it was kind of a euphoric feeling for me. It was like you got a chance to see it beyond the imagery of social media where anybody can be anybody. He was able to see it. So I mean, shout out to Ray Jr. for doing that. I mean, that was pretty big to me. Like I know that there's rappers that's been out there that sold out or claim they sold out stadiums and stuff for shows and stuff, and typically that's a build show with 8 different artists, this and the third. But I've never seen nobody like a rapper who premiere his movie at a professional sports arena. I've never seen nothing like that before. If anybody else seen it, sure, let me know who else, any other rappers y'all know that did something like that, whatnot. But I was proud of them for that. Like it was a moment of feeling good that you're from Cleveland. The whole setup was just interesting. Like I didn't know what to expect going into it, but I was like, I'm gonna go check it out, and it didn't disappoint. The environment, the scene, the movie was cool. It was like your hood movies. It was what it was. It's like I watched it with a certain eye. I knew what I was going into. I wasn't sitting here about to try to watch it and compare it to Training Day. So it was the movie was cool. It's like, and pretty much similar to like a lot of other hood movies that we all know about, that we seen. Had certain parts of it that stands out from the other ones, and then like most hood movies, it had the parts, the parts you was cool, familiar with, you like, related to. Then it had certain parts where you might have been like, oh, that didn't look right, or this and the third. Hell, you can do that in the goddamn box office smash movie for real. But the movie was cool. I mean, if I had to rate it on the hood movie standards, kind of got like a little biased opinion. With bias, give it an 8. With bias, I give it an 8. where my bias come from is not built or based on like a whole like Ray's catalog or anything. Like, I mean, I know a few songs. I mean, you know, like a few songs. You know, I never just dove in head first like everything he does is good and everything music wise. I mean, I know songs. I sing songs. You know, some songs are cool. I know them. I hear them. It's cool. I like him. The boy raps. You know, he raps. That's what he do. You know, and it was, you know, not whack, not corny. He can rap. So, you know, but I just wasn't always into him, you know. I mean, I do, you know, I know a few songs, you know, definitely like Neighborhood Superstars, you know, featuring my cousin from another cousin, you know, still my cousin, Boss Lucci, you know, but he has some other songs I like, but, you know, I never really delved off into his music. I don't know him personally, you know, I never met him, don't know him on no hood shit, no street shit, nothing, anything like that. Where my bias comes from as far as why, I kind of dig the brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect the man, you know. I've met him twice, but not in a situation where we're sitting here having conversations and talking about things. It was, you know, a few brief words, and he was on to doing what he is doing. Where I met him at, you know, I met him at my job. You know, I work in a correctional facility. I work in the behavioral health section of a juvenile correctional facility. Let me correct that, a juvenile correctional facility. While working with the behavioral health staff, you know. And I want to say a former coworker was the one that, you know, reached out to him and got him to come up there and speak to our young men. And me seeing him do that, you know, that kind of just gave me, you know, it's okay. Salute. I like that. You know, Ray Jern come up there. He came up there. He got his guys with him. You know, some of his producers and other friends, I guess, or homies or whatever. And they were speaking to the young men, you know, like, you know, talking to them about the pitfalls of life and, you know, trying to figure out ways to change their, you know, their thought process so they won't end up back in another situation where they're incarcerated. You know, the almost the traditional famous person coming in to speak to individuals somewhere, whether it's a school or in my situation, coming into a facility with juvenile, adjudicated juveniles, right? And you know, he did the spiel, you know, keep your head up. You got to try to work your way through this end. That there is, you know, it's custom. You know, we have NFL players come, you know, people from other different walks of life, former incarcerated individuals and stuff like that. And so he did that, and I'm like, cool, salute to him. He came, I want to say 2 times. But the one thing that stood out for me was that when he came, he actually did like workshops with the guys. You know, it's like everybody know anybody that was locked up in prison, and a good portion of them, if they wasn't rapping already, they started rapping then, or, you know, some of them tried to rap because it's somewhat therapeutic. But he was doing workshops, him and his guys, you know, some of his producers or whatnot. They did workshops and stuff, and you know, showing guys strong song structure, showing them how to count bars, showing them how to, you know, develop timing, how to, you know, understand a beat, where you step yourself in. So that's where my bias come in at from. So you know, that with that right there, you got all my respect. You know, I respect the man that wants to reach out for us, not only just to help the community, but then reaching back and helping kids. So I'm all about that. So, you know, with that being said, salute to Ray Jr. I like that. That was, you know, the whole event. It just further solidified, you know, at least my respect for him. I mean, I get it. We know where we at. You know how the stuff move in the city. It's gonna be people that's, you know, for anything that you're doing out here, it's gonna be somebody that's gonna hate you and this and the third. People gonna say what they say about him. You know, hell, I ain't had those situations with the man. Everything I seen that the man done, this for my 2 eyes, you know, is legit paper. Everything seemed up on the up and up with the guy though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, hey, much respect to Ray Jr. That was pretty big, man. I think that was big for the city. Like I said, brought all the entrepreneurs out there. Everybody's promoting. He was helping that. You know, that put a light on a lot of people's endeavors and all they moves and their jobs. I mean, their spots and stuff. It looked good. It was like real good. I like that. It was, you know, to me, it was something fantastic. It was bigger than, you know, just a party down here or a showcase. It was like something just different, you know. A rapper making a movie and, you know, doing the premiere at a professional sports stadium, arena rather, you know. That was just big to me, you know. Shout out to Ray Jr., shout out to Legit Paper. That's all I got for this one right here. I just wanted to speak on that. That was just a raw little event to me. I think it was dope. So, without further ado, you know, if you like what you seen, anything that you heard as far as from that conversation, if you got any other questions, please subscribe. Tune in to any other future videos I got. Make sure you hit that like button, that don't like button. Share the video. If you like what you're saying, share the video. Humble City Real. Thank you all for watching.